To quote Admiral Ramirez from Prelude to Axanar, "For myself, I have but one fear: destroying the dream of the Federation. Compared to such a loss, I do not fear the Klingon Empire." In a recent interview with TrekCulture's Seán Ferrick, actor Robert Kazinsky suggests Star Trek is dying due to its aging fanbase, lackluster viewership numbers, and slipping cultural relevance compared to its heyday and other sci-fi franchises. And he notes studios are keen to get new fans on the product, and that fans should support this. I completely agree. But I must add, not at any cost. Not at the cost of the dream Star Trek has for humanity. For Star Trek is not simply a sci-fi show with action and eyes upon it. No, Star Trek is not simply any old show called Star Trek. Star Trek is a dream for a better world. Now, more than ever, we need fresh Star Trek stories that hold a mirror up to the struggles, the moral questions, and even the horrors that we face today, set in a fantastical future. I completely agree with Kazinsky. We don't just need 1,000 more episodes of TNG or DS9. And we certainly don't need the hate fans throw at the cast and crew of Section 31 for what it delivered recently. We, as a fandom, must do better than that. But we also do not need yet another action film with the Star Trek label slapped on it, when it has nothing to do with the core things that make Star Trek so necessary in media today. Kazinsky and Michelle Yeoh and many other cast members seem like awesome people and truly invested Trek fans. In his TrekCulture interview, Kazinsky even quotes a Captain Picard speech about duty to the truth as a reflection of us here, today, as we suffer inside this post-truth political landscape. That perfectly emphasizes my point. Society needs Star Trek. It needs stories that help us better understand ourselves and each other through storytelling. But creating more films and new series that don't bother to do that? Go ahead, create those films. Go ahead, create those shows. But don't call them Star Trek. For myself, I have but one fear: destroying the dream of Star Trek, of no longer having that mirror with which we look upon our modern lives through the lens of the Federation. Compared to such a loss, I do not fear losing the show. If Section 31 represents what we're trying to keep alive, I'm sorry. Star Trek is already dead. Forget canon if you must. Forget convention if you must. Forget consistency in format and cinematic styles if you must. Heck, forget us original fans in order to get new fans on board if you must. But dare not forget what Star Trek provides that makes it so vital in the first place. To do so is to forget Star Trek itself. To do so is to kill the dream you're trying to keep alive. May you and may Star Trek live long and prosper.